Hi there! You're watching the Gardens and Graveyards channel. My name is Charisma, and today we're meeting in the garden and we're getting all the rest of the bulbs out because we had a touch of frost this morning, which is 5 weeks earlier than we normally get frost. So I'm hoping I'm not too late, but I think it'll be fine because it's really the hard frost that we have to worry about, and that didn't happen. We got down to 32, which is like the borderline of a light frost. So in this pot, I'm planting daffodils, a big giant mix, and little narcissus. And then I have a random mix of some tulips. I don't know what they are, but they're just gonna go in this pot. I don't know. So tulips want to go down 6 inches. I'm just gonna dig in here. Put the tulips around the edges. What else do I have in here? Okay. There's also some really tiny bulbs, and I'm not sure if they're baby tulips or something else. These, I had to take apart this container. It had a dahlia and some thyme, and I think that was it. And it was just time to move them out of here. So I decided to take them out, and I was going to plant this container to match the one on the other side of the walkway. And I discovered a handful of bulbs. So we'll just get a little spring surprise. These narcissus bulbs are all over our garden. We have them in the ground, in containers, everywhere. They get about maybe 8 inches, 10 inches tall. They also want to go in underneath the soil 6 inches. So I'm also putting these on the outside ring because the other ones get really big, so we'll put those in the center. The narcissus came from a local nursery, and these daffodils came from Costco, and they came, well, I bought them at Costco, but they came from Longfield Gardens. The majority of them are gonna go in here. And I'm gonna reserve just a few to put in the one across the way so that they have some matching flowers. All right, so that does it for this container. I'm gonna put a handful of these in that container, and then we'll plant out front. This container already has a bunch of daffodils and tulips in it. I think tulips in it, for sure daffies. But I just want to make sure that they match somewhat, so putting some matching ones in. And because I want these guys to kind of match, I'm just gonna go ahead and transplant a few of these Dusty Millers into this container. The Dusty Miller will hang out through the winter. Most winters they overwinter in my garden. They make really beautiful winter interest. Got that kind of snow look about them. All right, so now that I have these guys, these containers matching, this also in the back is empty. You'll notice in the back of that one was empty. That's okay. We'll probably put some sort of holiday decorations in them for the winter, and then just let them be dormant in like January, February. As the bulbs start pushing new growth, I'll take the Dusty Miller out. All right, let's go plant up front. So see how you can see how they kind of mirror each other on each side. In the spring, when it's just a huge basket of daffodils, it's gonna be so beautiful. All right, at this container, we are planting more of this pink and purple tulip mix that are also from Longfield Gardens that I picked up at Costco. And we're also adding in some foxtrot tulips from Johnny's seed, and these are both new varieties. I've never grown them before. We'll also pop in a few of the narcissus. Everything wants to go in 6 inches, so this is a brand new container. It's never been used before, so I only filled it up till I had 6-inch clearance here, and we'll fill it full of bulbs, put soil on top, and then we're gonna do another container exactly like this on the far end of the garden bed. So there should be 25 bulbs in here. I'm going to split them in half, 12 and 13. And there are 10 of the foxtrots, so we'll do 5 and 5. gonna mix them up here so that they are a good mix. And I'm gonna take a good handful of these. Then just mix it all up. And then I'm just gonna turn them all so that their points are up and their roots are down. And when they're this ready to go in the ground, they already have little growth points coming out of them. And the tulips are usually shaped pretty nicely that you could tell, pointy ends up. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then I'm gonna add a little plant tone on top of there so that when they start to push growth, they have some food to munch on. I don't have any bulb tone, so plant tone's gonna be just fine. And then I'll put soil on top. That'll do it. Now let's make a mirror image on the other side of the garden. Okay. Only one more to go out front. In this container, I am planting a mix, which is called a Sunset Mix. It's absolutely beautiful and my favorite mix. And this is just some leftover purple tulips that I had from different parts of the garden. So I'm gonna mix them all together along with, I think there's maybe like 10 of these narcissus left. So we'll just mix them all up. Some of these, well, all of the bulbs going into this container were saved from previous years. Many of them are little babies from the mother, and sometimes it takes a couple of years before those will bloom. This size will bloom but this size is better. You see the difference between them? And then compared to this one. Yeah. So I don't expect a huge success rate in this particular container, but I do have enough in here that I should get a fairly decent show. Okay, I need to go get another bag of soil. So we're just gonna see where these containers are. For now, I will go in the backyard and plant up those containers, fill this with soil, and call it a day. I have one container here. Then this is in the weeping cherry tree bed on one side of our walkway. And then we have bulb containers that we did last week. A matching container to the one I just showed you is over here in front of the hydrangea. And then this container that I need to go get soil for between the Curia japonica and the flowering quince. So this has a red flower, this has a yellow flower, and then this is the sunset mix, which has a combo of all those colors. So I think that'll look really good right there. Today I took this container and the one on the other side off of the back porch, took all the perennials out and put new soil in, and we put some dahlias in here. And so the soil's all been prepped and it has plant tone in it already. So all I'm gonna do is pop in some bulbs. I am going to use this, just a few of the purple mix that's left over and red tulips, as well as this container that has a tag that says daffodils with question marks on it. So we're gonna mix those up, and then for whatever reason I have tulip bulbs in this container. They were in the refrigerator already pre-chilling. I have no idea what they are, so I'm going to split them and put those in these containers. I thought it was appropriate. So what happens in your greenhouse? You do a lot of experimenting with new seeds and different varieties that you've never used, right? Well, these containers, this is a dahlia that I've been trying to grow, and this year it obviously grew lots of leaves, was really beautiful, and never bloomed. It has a huge clump on it, just waiting for it to bloom to tell me what it is. This is a Diletta, and last year I planted a Diletta, which is a cross of, let's see, what are they? Well, this one's a dahlia. No, that's what they are, Diletta. Let's see. They're a cross, I don't know what they're a cross of. They're a dahlia hybrid. They stay really small. And I had one in a container last year. It bloomed all summer long. So terrific. So I saw some at a clearance rack, and there was 3. I bought all 3, and I popped them in 3 containers in this area. So I've got the Diletta, I've got the mystery dahlia, and now I'm going to have the mystery tulips and the mystery maybe daffodils, and then a mix of who knows what kind of purple and who knows what kind of red. So let's just go ahead and divide these up and see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, those will go over here. I'm not gonna bother counting these ones. I'm just gonna do a handful. And those will get mixed. Same with this, just do a handful. Maybe we'll mix them up a little bit. Here's another really good example of a really nice size circumference tulip versus it's a little bit skinnier versus really small. So this one I have every confidence that will bloom next year. This one very well might bloom. This one probably not, but it might bulk up and bloom the next year. So we'll see. My reds all look pretty good and hefty. A couple small ones, not many. All right, other side of the door. The rest of the reds in there. The rest of the purples in there. This way. The mystery possible daffodils. And the totally mystery container. Again, I have a different variety of Diletta here in the corner. This is a total mystery. This one over here might be a hootenanny. I don't know. This one is complete mystery. This a tuber just got misplaced when I divided my dahlias a year ago. And so I popped a few mystery ones in some containers here and there. And this one was up on the porch. It got really leggy, you could see that. And, you know, didn't bloom, so I don't know what it is. Let's see. When planting your bulbs, it is kind of nice to use a trowel like this. This is about 6 inches. You just get it all the way in there, pull the soil to the side, slip the bulb down to the bottom. As long as there's nothing else in there that you might be damaging, works out pretty well. Just do it every few inches. As soon as these dahlias bloom, I'll know what they are, and they won't be living in this container long term. The Dilettas that stay really small, they'll probably always be in a container of some kind. In the spring, when these bulbs bloom, the dahlias will be completely dormant. So there won't be any foliage in these containers at that time. All right, we're gonna come back through all of our containers and raised beds in the next few days and mulch over everything, so that'll make everything nice and tidy. I do plan on picking up a flat of pansies to put on all of the containers with bulbs on them, so they have a little bit of something other than just looking like an empty container for the winter. And that's going to be it for our bulb project this year. Everything else is naturalizing in the ground. I have a small amount of squill that I probably won't film, but we're just going to put it basically where other squill is, so it's not really much to see. Yeah, anyway, I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope you're getting your tulips and daffodils and all your other spring flowering bulbs in the ground. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.